Oh, I already know this is going to be a heated topic. This is going to be a debated video, just off the title alone. Yep, that's right. We're taking a look at Cyberpunk. Let me tell you why I want to take a look at Cyberpunk. I want to take a look at Cyberpunk because the game's been out for like 2 years now. Maybe 3? How long has this game been out? I don't know. You guys might have seen my previous video, though, where I was talking about Resident Evil pre-ordering, and I mentioned how I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. That was one of the games where I went against my instincts and I pre-ordered it, because back in the day, way back when I heard of the game being developed by CD Projekt Red, and it was going to be a cyberpunk setting and all that, I got so hyped. And I waited, and that game really fell off the earth, and then just came back out of nowhere. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people got their hopes up with that game and pre-ordered it. Now listen here, I pre-ordered it on the PS4, not the PS4 Pro, the PS4, the console that was averaging 15 frames on this game. Now, did I play it release night? Yes, sir. Did I complete it release week? Huh. You betcha. Robotic chromed booty I did. And did I enjoy it? Well, I enjoyed the story, but I did not enjoy the experience, and I lied to myself. The story was so good to me that I thought the game was good on PS4, and I got friends to buy it on the PS4. To anyone watching this who I convinced to buy Cyberpunk on the PS4, I'm sorry. I apologize. But now that it's been out a few years or a couple years or whatever, that game is pretty forgettable. The launch had actually ruined that game for me, because I do love Cyberpunk, but when I look at that game, I think of what it was from launch. Nevertheless, it's been out a few years. They've updated it and updated it. I have it on computer, which is arguably less glitchy and terrible than PS4. And I don't know about PS5. I don't have a PS5. My brother has a PS5. He said it's okay. I'll take his word for it. But I want to go back and take a look to see if it is better, if they fixed anything, if they fixed it. And I'd say yes. A lot of it is fixed. A lot of the complaints are fixed. Is it a perfectly polished game? No. Is it the Cyberpunk that they promised us? No, I don't think it is. I mean, CD Projekt Red promised us a game that was unlike any other. A game where you build your character story and you choose the beginning, the upbringing, and that changes the story of the game, and every single quest has an effect, an impact on how the game will turn out, and that's not how the game was, and it's really disappointing. Although the story is still really good, and I do give them props, and a lot of that game is good. Like, I was able to enjoy quite a bit of that game, but it just was not the expected game that I think I and everyone else wanted to get. At the same time, though, yes, they did release the game, but I don't know if you can blame CDP Red, because they actually came out and said they gave their game to a QA testing company, and they actually sent the game back saying it was perfectly fine. And to my knowledge, when you're creating a game and you give it off to QA and they give you the A-OK on it saying there's no bugs or anything, usually means that they're trustworthy. So sure, they should have looked into it, yes, but I don't know if you can fully blame the bugs and everything on them. And one thing you can blame is the crunch. CDP crunched. They crunched their employees. They really just wanted to get that game out, and some of the employees came out and leaked. Sure, it could have been false, but they leaked that a lot of the content in that game was just scrapped for the game to get out. And I think if they would have kept that content in, it would have been a better game. It would have had a lot better reception. And if it would have had a better launch, if they would have kept it off of old gen consoles, it would have been a lot better in the public eyes. And the game still got great ratings, because it is, as I said, a great game. It just had a terrible launch, and looking back at it now, a lot of stuff is fixed, like the police system. You don't run into a lot of bugs anymore. Frame rate issues have stabled out. There's really not much to complain about other than the cut content that it feels like it's such a big city with so little to do. Sure, they said they're releasing a new DLC this year, and maybe that will open up a lot. Maybe that might only give us a little taste of missions, but with Edgerunners coming out actually, and the huge coming back to Cyberpunk, they could end up doing a lot more with this game because it has a bigger following now. And if you haven't seen Cyberpunk Edgerunners, I totally recommend it. That show was awesome, and I actually watched that, and it got me to play Cyberpunk again. I did another playthrough, and honestly, I think Cyberpunk now, one of my favorite games, and I tell everyone they should definitely give it a try if they have the means to play it stably, because from the looks of it, I feel like there has not been anything coming of this game, and they said they really want to do a lot with it. So if they are still intending to do a lot with it, they will end up bringing more to it soon so that people can really get into it. And at the same time, that does make me wonder about the future for the game, because it has been out a few years, nothing has really come of it. And they mentioned Cyberpunk multiplayer, but they haven't talked about that at all. I don't even know if that's an idea anymore. So with the launch and just the lack of stuff coming to the game, sure, as I said, there's updates that add small things here and there, but a couple of guns and a couple cars aren't enough to keep people playing. And if they don't do something soon, I feel like it will fall off, even if they release the DLC. I mean, Cyberpunk was delayed so many times. Who's to say the DLC will truly come this year? And if it doesn't come this year, who's to say that people will get it when it does come? Nevertheless, I think Cyberpunk is a great game. I think if you haven't played it, give it a playthrough because you'll enjoy it. But at the same time, if you have given it a playthrough, you will understand that there's not a lot of differences you can really do in another playthrough. That's about it. I know this is kind of a all over the place video. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on Cyberpunk. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps me out. The support makes me know that these videos are good and people like them and I should keep pushing them out. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about Cyberpunk in the comments. If you think that the launch wasn't that bad, or if you think even today it's not that good. I don't know. Don't forget to check out BillyTheWhip.com or just BillyTheWhip on any music platform. And yeah, have a great day. You hear that? Have a great day.